Wayne Rooney's example could help Harry Kane stay ahead for years to come. The pre-match chatter that had not revolved around Antonio Conte's job satisfaction, or lack of it, had been dominated by talk of Harry Kane and the move that he had seemed destined to make to Manchester City last summer. What followed at the Etihad Stadium last night was an explosive showcase of the striker's development and, if it were an audition for a future role in the false nine position that Pep Guardiola has made in his time in England, it was an impressive one. It took Kane only 4 minutes to turn the ball from a deep-lying position in the center circle, into the path of Son Heung-min, who chased forward and helped carve out the opening goal for Tottenham Hotspur. Later, and even more spectacularly, he scored Tottenham's second himself, although the significant part of the move was the deep ball he played in the direction of Spurs' left wing from the halfway line to set the whole thing in motion. And, to cap a performance that will be long remembered by both clubs, it was Kane who had the final say in an extraordinary game with the decisive third goal 5 minutes into added time. Last summer, Kane might have dreamed of playing a significant role in this season's title race, possibly as Guardiola's first-choice number 9. If his winning goal last night proves to be the turning point in an implausible Liverpool charge to overtake City, he will still have had a huge say in it. His display was an example of what Wayne Rooney has been advocating for some time, that Kane follow the example at the now Derby manager set at Manchester United in adopting a deeper-lying role as his career moved into its later years. If Rooney was the impressive prototype for that model, Kane is following in his footsteps, and the result has been a drop-off in goal productivity. Kane now has 7 from his 24 league games to date, leaving him comfortably on course for his worst campaign of Premier League scoring since 2013-14, his first full season in the Tottenham squad, when he scored 3. In the 7 seasons since, Kane has never scored fewer than 17 goals, and has hit more than 20 in 5 of them. That was the guaranteed productivity that prompted Guardiola to move for him last summer, a bid that ultimately floundered as Tottenham reportedly held out for the £150 million they required to part with their star asset. "We tried, but Tottenham were clear that it was not going to happen," Guardiola said on Friday. "When that happens 2, 3, 4 times, it's over." Still, City could hardly be described as deficient in the goal-scoring department without a recognized number 9 in their squad this season, with Riyad Mahrez' equalising penalty last night taking them to 100 goals in all competition. Having opted for a relatively unfamiliar 4-2-3-1 formation to start, Guardiola employed Bernardo Silva in the false 9 position that has become his stock in trade since Sergio Aguero's formidable powers began to decline. Kevin De Bruyne has played that role and Raheem Sterling has over the years as well. So, too, has Jack Grealish, while arguably the best player in that role has been the precocious Phil Foden, who has scored 5 goals in 9 starts as a false 9 this season, only 2 fewer than Kane has now. Imagine, as Guardiola might, what Kane would look like in that false 9 role. The England captain might have had an even more productive evening had Ederson not made a superb point-blank save to deny him 5 minutes after his first goal and before he then had an effort ruled out for offside. As for Kane's long-term relationship with Spurs, much will depend on what happens with Conte and the general direction of travel being shown by the club's ownership.